Local adjustments are image edits that are applied to a specific area of the image. The edit is localized as opposed to a global edit, which affects the entire image. Just above the basic menu are several tools. The three on the far right are the local adjustment tools. In this lecture, we will be looking at the graduated filter, which is the tool third from the right or next to the radial filter. Click on the graduated filter, which will open the graduated filter window. You will notice the settings within the graduated filter window look very similar to the basic tool. However, you will see the word mask at the top of the menu. The graduated filter will define a rectangular mask that applies a gradient to the image edit. The mask is the area that will reveal or show the localized image edit. The graduated filter works particularly well for editing skies. The graduated filter can help bring in a bit more detail to a bright, overexposed sky. It is important that you start with your cursor outside, just above the image. Click your mouse, hold, and pull down until the filter has covered all of the sky area. It is as if you are pulling down window blinds over the sky in the image. Check the Show Selected Mask overlay box so that you can review the way the mask will be applied to the image. Notice the gradient of the mask is heavier at the top and lighter toward the bottom. Observe the sky outside your window and you will notice the sky is darker toward the top and gets lighter toward the horizon line. If necessary, you can pull the top or bottom edges of the rectangle to adjust the mask. The middle mask line will allow for rotation if necessary. Turn off the Show Selected Mask overlay box. Before you begin edits, make sure that all of the sliders are set to 0. If you see any of the sliders show previous settings or settings other than 0, double-click the triangle to reset the slider, or double-click the word Effect to reset the entire menu. When editing a sky, I often move the whites and highlight sliders to the left to bring in more detail or to tone down the overexposure. I pull these to the left just until I see some detail. I don't want to turn the sky gray. Now try the Dehaze filter. Move it to the right and you will often be surprised by the cloud or atmospheric detail that shows up in the image. As I pulled up Dehaze, notice the edit also affected the unique architectural structure in this image. The edit is too extreme for the building. As in all of the local adjustments, I can erase part of the mask. Make sure your mask is active. The anchor point should be black. At the top of the graduated filter menu in the mask section, notice next to New and Edit, you have a brush option. Click on the brush option. The graduated filter can now be modified with the brush tool. At the bottom of the menu, click on Erase. I'm also going to bring down the flow of the eraser to better blend the erasing with the rest of the mask. I am able to paint out or erase areas of the mask I do not want to be affected by this local adjustment edit. If you are done with the local edits on this image, be sure to save. Command S for Mac or Control S for PC. Hit Continue when asked if you would like to save metadata to the file. To close the graduated filter window, click back on the graduated filter. All the anchor points will disappear. However, you can re-enter the radial filter menu and reactivate any mask to continue to edit.